Back on the job this morning, it's about 8. It's not completely light yet, so I'm hoping I can set up the rotary laser and be able to see the beam as it rotates across the studs and make marks on those, so then I can measure up and get a level plane for the ceiling. This thing does have a reader, but I think it'll be faster and easier to be able to see the beam and just mark right on it with a pencil. So I can see the beam pretty well, which is great. What I'm gonna do is just mark each corner, and then we'll snap a chalk line later across the rest of the studs. I'm gonna circle that so I know what it is. So I think while I've got this thing on, I'm gonna go around with the tape measure, measuring down to the slab and up to the laser line, and see how far off the slab is, like as far as out of level, because I think it's pretty bad. It'd be good to know where it is at least, in case I want to do some sort of filler or something on top of the slab before doing the floating floor. Woo, it's cold. Back inside where it's not freezing, what I did find with the laser there is that the slab is about 1 3/8 inches from its highest point to its lowest point, and up and down from there. So basically, if you found the midpoint of the height of the slab, it's up and down about 5/8 plus or minus from that midpoint, which is not great, but it's not as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. We got the guys here now, so we're gonna snap these lines between my marks and measure up to this beam on both ends and in the middle and see if it's level, because I want the ceiling to be flush with the bottom of that, I think, and it's gonna put it slightly above that beam, but that's okay because it's in the wall. On these other walls, we'll have to just nail a 2x6 band on to butt these ceiling joists into. Yep, the circle ones. Yeah, circle ones. There you go.
Circle ones, Ray. Circle. This is gonna get chalk in your window.
It's all right. On this side, we got 30.5 up from our laser line. On this side, we got, 30.5. That's what it was on the other side.
No way.
Yep, let's see what we got here. 30 5/8, so yeah, she's level enough. That's good.
Wow.
I'm shocked. We're gonna play a little game called What Do We Do Next, Jason?
I have no clue.
We measured up from our chalk line to the beam. It was 30.5.
All right, so we're gonna do something over there at that same height, a band.
Yep.
For the joist to go into.
You're like a real construction guy now.
Perfect. I just heard you say it like 20 minutes
ago. Oh, really?
Shut up, Ray.
Like
Shut up, Ray.
With the book open.
So like Jason told us to do, we're going to snap that same line 30.5 up from our laser line, attach a band on all the walls right now, all the way around, and then we'll just butt them into that beam.
Are you doing hangers or anything over there?
I don't think we have to do hangers.
Just because it's a ceiling?
It's just
'Cause there's no
drywall.
weight?
Yeah, it's not a live load.
Let's do it.
So as we were screwing this first band board on, I thought I better double check over here where this plywood ceiling is lower because it's sloped down. And at the height where we would butt these into this, we were only left with like 7.5 inches clear from the bottom of the ceiling joist up to this plywood ceiling, which I am leaving. And that's not enough for a standard insulation depth. We need like 11 inches in case I want to do bats and not do the full depth in closed cell spray foam because that's really expensive. So I think I'm just going to do like a couple inches of spray foam on that to seal it, and then do bats as well. So what we're doing, I know it's a lot of talking, but what we're doing is dropping this down to where they're going to run right under this beam now instead of into the side of it. And that'll give us the insulation depth we need without taking a risk of getting all this framed and then not passing inspection on insulation. We're gonna check what our finished ceiling height's gonna be here off the floor.
We're at 8 foot.
8'4"-ish.
Yeah, so you're probably 8'3", 8 foot.
Okay.
2.5.
That's
once
fine.
The floor and the drywall.
That'll work. Before I get too far, I'm gonna check my ceiling joist spacing, like make sure I can go 24 inch on center with the span calculator by the American Wood Council here. So I'm gonna go 2x6. Ceiling joist, standard deflection, 24 inches on center, and basically see if about 9 foot is okay. Okay, 9 foot 10. So I think we're good. Those are cedar.
Yeah?
Yeah, I smelled one of them. I don't know. I just was like, wonder what this is. We are removing all of the bracing that went from post to beam on this original deck, and we're replacing it with sheathing. Like, this is all solid sheathing, and that's about the height the braces were there. And then on this wall, interior wall, we will do some sheathing on that wall, like a shear wall, again, to keep the deck or the roof from wanting to go this direction laterally. But I will say that I don't know that any of that is required because of this plywooded ceiling. The plywood basically continuously diagonally braces all the bottom of the joists, but it's just a normal thing to put those diagonal braces up. So they probably had to get put up per code, even though that was plywooded. I'm gonna lay out right now for the ceiling joists. And since we're running below this beam, we're gonna toe screw those up to the bottom of the beam for now, then add some scabs or something. But that allows us to be able to run these two ceiling joists past each other and lap them, which is nice. We don't have to cut them to length, and it'll be easier to toe screw without screwing near the end and cracking the end off. So I'm gonna lay this out a little weird. What I'm gonna do is pull 24-inch, and on this half of the structure, we'll go ceiling joists on that side, and then on the other half, we'll go ceiling joists on that side. So they lap in the middle, but they're 24 on center lapping.
And they're straight, not angled.
And they're straight, not angled, correct. So Jono handed this crown up. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna see if I can get my shoulder on it. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the move. Get quite a few toe screws in it. Okay.
Quit moving around so much. Dude, you're real.
I'm trying to up your construction game.
Dude, you're like working with a kindergartner.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I wouldn't.
But kindergartners are fun.
Yeah, fun.
Jamie's here. What do you think of the ceiling joist installation?
Well, this is not what I was thinking, by the way.
Okay.
I was thinking actually. I've never seen any ceiling joists hanging from the bottom of a girder with toe screws like this.
I know you like it.
It's kind of a new thing, and I doubt it's going to catch on. But I'm guessing you have some plan for a way to actually support those.
Yeah, well, here's my plan.
That is the plan.
Well, here's my plan. It's real simple.
Okay. I'd love to see what you have in mind here.
I think screw a scab on there, or nail, and then, through there.
Okay.
And that would, in essence, hang the thing a little better.
I think that's good. I think that'd be good. I guess you're going to go ahead and put the other side in, lap them
Yeah,
right there.
and then we'll just, one scab per set.
I would probably do your lap joint like that, and then I'd probably hang one of those from both sides of the beam. I would.
Do they make hangers that are longer than 2x6? Like you could put a double hanger on and at least get 2 nails in the top and hold it up?
I make a 2x10 hanger.
Yeah, I doubt it would catch enough. I would actually feel better about that. If you did one on both sides.
Jason's checking at our lowest point of this plywood now, and we've got...
Like 12 and an 8.
Okay, that's perfect. I think 12 inches is the actual technical minimum for insulation with fiberglass.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
We've got 1/8 to spare. Tear it down. Let's raise it up. Drop it down a little. Yep. That looks great, except for we forgot to put the outside one on, Jay.
Oh, come on, rookie guy. Does it need it?
Yeah.
It's so close, dude. The drywall will hang.
I think we got to take this down. I got about 50 nails in the end of this one.
Take it down.
Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta get one in there.
From right here. And you even had a guy on
Maybe.
the ground in front here.
Okay, let me get one here. You like your alignment there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get one on your end, Ray. All right, you good on your alignment at the end?
Yeah, I mean, it's pushed all the way up.
All right, John.
I think that's gonna work. Jason's adding these hanger blocks. We're just shooting it to the beam and trying not to split it. There you go. Today's video is brought to you by Element, which is a sugar-free, tasty electrolyte drink mix that I love. Got some with me here today for skiing, and it's got a science-backed ratio of electrolytes, so whether you're on the snow, or at work, or on the trail, or on the court, you're gonna be feeling your best. Each pack of Element contains 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And if you didn't know it, the symptoms of electrolyte deficiency are bad, like headaches, cramps, fatigue, stuff you don't want to have. I also do a lot of intermittent fasting, and the electrolytes that I get in Element are really the difference between me feeling horrible and feeling just fine and pushing through the day. And tons of athletes have caught on to Element as well. There's Olympians, NFL, NBA, and NHL players, all on monthly subscriptions to Element. Element's been great for me because I love being outside, working out, being active, all the things that require you to be hydrated and have those electrolytes up to perform well. If you want to try Element for yourself, just head to drinkelement.com/Perkins. There's a link down in our video description, and you'll get a free sample pack with your first purchase, so you can try a bunch of flavors or share it with a salty friend. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. I'm really thinking we got to do something with this bush, Ray. It completely blocks the door, so we're gonna have to either shave the limbs off like that far down or just cut it down. Sarah is probably going to not be a fan of either of those options.
Yeah. Did you talk to her?
No.
Oh, that is. You should probably do that first.
Maybe not. That's got our ceiling done now. We're going to go for these interior walls, the storage wall and the bathroom wall, and then the wall at the end of those. We're almost ready for these walls now. We've got the plates nailed down. I've got the door openings marked. We tried not to nail in those, but we got one nail in by accident before I marked them. And we've got blocking going in between the ceiling joists for the top plate. We've got blocking going around this post for drywall on the outside drywall nailers all the way around. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. And then Ray's got some drywall nailers going in either side of this. So that when we put our plate on here, we'll still have a drywall nailer on the outside of that. And I think we can start building the wall, or we can just eat lunch. Let's do that. Dude, your hair is out of control.
What's wrong with it?
Straight up.
Yeah, it's
straight out in every direction.
Yeah, dude, it's how I do it.
It looks like he stuck his finger in it.
Yeah, let me get a zoomed in on this thing here. There we go. We've got the last wall going in here, dividing the bathroom and the storage area. And I did make one change to the plan here, which was moving the door, which on the plan was there, to the storage area to a bifold around here. And the reason being that this ended up being a pretty long, narrow space, and if we did any hanging like clothes, it would stick out like 2 feet into here, not leaving room for a door or a really good walkway. So we're able to come in this way, access stuff here, and then put bigger, bulkier items down here at the end that might take up more space. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I was
Yeah.
like, that's a nice storage area for junk.
Yeah, and we got plenty of junk. You always don't think you have as much junk as you do, and you don't think you need closets, and then all of a sudden you're like, where do I put this?
Dude, what is wrong with your battery?
Oh, it's supposed to have a 10 amp hour in there.
I've been through 3 batteries today.
Yeah, try the big boy 10 amp if you got it. We're sheathing this wall back here, and we've reached the rock again. Jamie did this scribe thing yesterday. He's not here today, so it's gonna be me this time, and I think I can do it. The guys are like, no, wait on Jay.
Faith, dude. You
Yeah,
got it.
okay.
You got
do
James'
it.
technique?
Yeah, I might modify it slightly.
Oh, he's gonna go on his own. Man, you're going crazy. Let's see how it turns out.
There we go. All right.
Oh, now what?
Oh, now what?
She looks perfect. Zip tape it.
We can Lexel that.
I'm gonna eyeball this thing 1 3/4 from the rock and just do it by hand and see what happens. Did you know I got voted most artistic in my senior class of high school?
How many years ago was that though?
Is that when you worked in the library?
Looks about right.
I think so.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, it's not good.
Sitting right there, Eric.
Knock that off. Knock that off. A little more up top.
Yeah, more-
Most artistic right here.
Yeah, most artistic. Not the smartest though, don't have that. Well, if cutting around that rock over there wasn't fun enough, now we're gonna have to install sheathing back here behind all this stuff somehow. Oh, we're getting it, Ray. Wow. That actually fit pretty good. That's crazy. Yeah, that's perfect. 8 feet of squiggly cuts. Decided to do it in one shot on this one. And it took me probably 8 times of adjusting to get it where I can caulk it pretty easy.
Looks
Gonna lay
good.
it to it. We're wrapping up what we can do today with our sheathing, our flash tape, the caulking, and what I think is we're pretty much watertight just at this sheathing layer, which is what I was shooting for, just to be double safe before the siding layer even goes on as a backup for anything that could fail on the siding. So pretty happy with everything. These guys, look at this piece even. Slam it, slam her home. I'm here with Nate this morning, who does our electrical work. We're gonna run through and sort of get a plan together as far as the electrical on this addition and see what's gonna happen, because I don't know.
Yeah,
And you don't know either, so let's see what we can do. I think a good place to start is with the electrical panel. not crazy, which is in my garage, which is on the far end. The addition is on the far end of the house from here.
May have to cut a little bit of drywall
Okay.
to get a wire on up into the drop ceiling.
Okay.
Be able to run over to the bonus room. But yeah, you do have enough breaker spaces here.
That's good.
And it looks like your load is very good as far as you not exceeding 200 amps with no more 220 breakers than what you've got.
I know on a lot of jobs we work with Nathan, we're bumping right up to that 200 amp maximum if they have all electrically powered appliances like the oven, the dryers, the heat.
Yeah, we typically try to stay at 80%. Here, you're more than good.
Yes.
Yeah.
While we're looking at the panel here, one other thing I want to have Nate do while he's here is add a way for me to use my generator, which is a portable generator, to power some of the circuits in my house, like some lights, be able to power the fan on my heat unit.
Yep.
Because I have propane heat and have heat. If we lose power, like in the winter, and we lose heat, we could potentially have pipes freeze and have big problems.
We'll put in a safety switch, put in another 30 amp, move this one down here, and then we'll put in a circuit going from here to the outside for a portable generator hookup. And then we'll have the safety switch from here to where you cannot have this on and have this breaker on at the same time.
Yeah.
So basically this, if this is off, then you could have the main on. It's a little handle that goes from here to here to where you'd have to cut this main off in order to cut this on. This would then essentially backfeed the panel box.
So this drop ceiling that's in the garage extends throughout the entire basement, and I would say there's 2 feet of space up there, Nathan.
Okay.
And literally, I think you can go straight through all the way to the other end. But we have to go outside. There's actually no inside access to this room. So here's the addition. Right now we have 4 lights on this switch right here. It's the bottom one.
Okay.
And I had 2 fans. I took them down on this other switch. I'm assuming they're on the same circuit.
Is it drop ceiling directly on the other side?
Yeah, so the drop ceiling is probably about 6 inches higher than that rock work. We can come through that wall pretty much anywhere and into this ceiling.
Have you already bought your mini split compressor?
Yes, it's. I have the specs on it.
Okay, I'll just need the max amps.
Max amps.
That way I'll know what size wire to pull and what size breaker. To
Okay.
pull.
So what about this junction here? I mean, I'm assuming you'll want to pull power from this circuit. Is that where you'll have to do it?
I'll have to see what I was on this circuit now.
Okay.
And that'll determine if I can pull off the circuit you have now. If there's too much stuff or if it's feeding other areas, we'll just pull all new circuits for this
Okay.
over here.
And I'm okay with that if that really makes more sense.
Probably does, because I noticed you had a lot of 15 amp breakers.
Yeah.
And as you know, we only use 12 gauge wire and put everything on 20 amp breakers.
And
So-
there's a good reason why, because when we were trying to run this concrete saw and cut this on the 15 amp breakers to these bedrooms, we tripped the breaker about every 1 minute.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have the 20
Yeah.
amp breakers for sure.
You just want cam lights?
Yeah, I'm gonna use those 4-inch Halo, the little
The
LED
wafers
ones.
you
Yeah.
cut in afterwards? Okay.
Trying to think of any other special lighting or whatever. I may have you run just a receptacle out in the middle of this wall, in case I have some sort of a lit like logo or signage or something that I want to mount on that wall.
Do you think you'd ever put a TV or anything on this wall for when you're working?
I mean, potentially, you know, at some point, if we added to our septic system like another 50-foot line on the drain line, we could make this like a guest suite. And if that ever happened, they might want a TV right there. Right now, this is just going to be office and workout space, but it'd be nice to have the option someday.
The hardest part's going to be getting the wires pulled over here and locating everything.
One tile, move it. One tile, move it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a problem.
I can't wait to see Jared having to do that through our house with the dogs and cats.
Yeah.